What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will be talking about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man episodes 3, 4, and 5. And let me tell you guys, these episodes were very enjoyable. I do have my few nitpicks, but nonetheless, I'm still enjoying this show. The animation style is still good to me, giving those Steve Ditko vibes, like I did mention last week. And yeah. But if you are new here, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's jump right into this thing. Picking up from where we left off in the very very first two episodes, Norman Osborn knows his secret. Even though Pete is trying to throw him off the trail, Norman's not an idiot. Norman just wants to be his guy in the chair. He wants to help him out in any way possible. He even writes the man a check his for a internship, getting like legitimately getting paid $1,000 for a internship. That's a legit internship instead of in the 616 universe where he's just saying it's an internship, but he's really just working with the Avengers with Tony Stark. This is a legit internship. And I could say it's under the guise of an internship, but it turned into a real one because Norman, like I said, Norman's not an idiot. Like listening to him explain how he pinpointed who could possibly be helping Spider-Man, he didn't figure that the guy that made all the tech, the gauntlets, the web fluid, and all of that was literally Spider-Man. He just thought that it was somebody helping Spider-Man, and he pinpointed it down to the four young hopefuls that made it into this Oscorp internship program, including Amadeus Show. Is just freaking genius. And just catching, he caught Peter on his own private cameras, not even trying to, which is hilarious. We see them out for dinner, and he's just like explaining everything, like this Norman seems very unassuming. He doesn't seem like a supervillain per se yet. I don't know if we're gonna get to him ever being Green Goblin, maybe in season 2 or 3. But for right now, I'm okay with him. We see him designing several suits he wants to upgrade. At first, Peter's not too sure because he doesn't want to get anybody tied up in his mess, doesn't want to get anybody hurt, but he eventually does come around to it. Um, the scene where Norman is showing him like the first few suits, we get the Prodigy, which looks like a Thor suit. We get Dusk, which is like really just really creepy. Like the suit has talons. When it scared the kid, that was hilarious. And we get the Hornet. We get the Hornet suit, which is basically like none of those suits are Spider-Man themed whatsoever. Even with the Prodigy, like his cape gets caught on a fence and they just like beat him like he's a pinata. That was hilarious, guys. That was hilarious. But it's Norman's just trying. And even though, like, Norman, you should have just turned around and looked at his notebook. Pete legitimately designed the classic red and blue suit. And then after, the part that I really hated, after Harry finds out, I want to say in episode 5, I believe, after Harry finds out, we find out why Pete wants his suit to be red and blue. They're Captain America colors. That's something that him and Harry bond over. Um, they're huge fans of Captain America, so that's a different take, and I like that take on why he designed this suit. MCU proper Spider-Man is a huge Iron Man fan. This one is a huge Cap fan, and I think that that's really cool. But my biggest nitpick with these 3 episodes was the way that Harry found out. Pete, these windows are humongous. I'm sure you can see in them. And if you're just gonna come into the window, don't unmask right away. That's superhero 101. And like even Norman was like it's no way around it. So now Harry has become the guy in the chair. Nico does not like Harry at all. But I think they're gonna grow to become like the new trio in this universe. I don't know if Pete is ever gonna tell Nico, but I feel as if that he should, if that's his most trusted best friend in this universe. She should know. I feel as if she can be trusted. I really like her. I don't know if she's going to turn out to be like her Runaways counterpart, but if she does, that would be cool as well. Maybe they could fight some crime together. I don't know. That's just me making a educated guess, guys. But thoroughly, I enjoyed that little story beat. Now with we get introduced to several villains in these first few episodes. We get introduced to a Russian gang who, at the end of the day, they're buying tech from Dr. Otto Octavius. And the animation on Otto Octavius is spot on. I loved this character design. It's ripped right out the comics. We get introduced to a Russian who gets turned into the unicorn. With with some head tech. And let me tell you, she gave Pete a run for her money. I mean, a run for his money, I should say. I'm getting tongue tied trying to just memorize all things from these past 3 episodes because my notes got deleted. That's the one thing I hate is when your notes get deleted. Stupid iPhones. We also get introduced to Speed and the Tarantula in this universe. They are two criminals who are in a relationship and they have tech. Tarantula has gauntlets, Speed has speed boots, and Norman helping Pete out with that was really cool. Like basically like listen for the tick. All that technical jargon. Seeing Pete take them down, it was really really cool to see. And they got their tech from Doc Ock as well. One thing I want to see is if Professor Bentley from Oscorp is going to turn out to be a bigger antagonist, or if he's just going to be that annoying jerk that's always at Oscorp. I do not like his attitude towards Peter. I don't like his attitude towards any of the interns, but that's just me personally. Let me know in the comment section down below if you care for this character at all. Maybe Pete will have to end up saving him, in his opinion. Over things will change. Maybe he'll become a nicer person, or maybe he's just that jerk. I do love the fact that Doc Connors, she's always taking up for Pete. She's always looking out for Pete. She's literally any like any other version of Doc Connors, except she's a female this time around. So like the characterization has not changed at all. And I love that. She just seems like the sweet, unassuming professor. They're all suspicious as to why Norman Osborn always wants to see Pete, which I can understand, but I mean, that leads to the mystery of it all. Will they find out? Will they, won't they? That's just something. That's just something that we have to keep our eyes on. That's a watch this space type of thing. And I'm very excited to see where they go with that story point moving forward. But now let's talk about the meat and potatoes of the episode, which wasn't really Pete for me. It was Lonnie's, it was Lonnie's story. Lonnie Lincoln, aka Tombstone, which we see in episode 5. He does get the classic nickname Tombstone, because he helped protect Big Don, in the 110th Street gang. He protected them from the Scorpions. And fun fact, the Scorpions gang is led by Mac Gargan in this universe, who we know will be suiting up as Scorpion, and his design kind of does look like the design from the MCU character when we did see Matt Gargan for those few seconds. So we see that Big Don does set up Lonnie to go into the Scorpion's territory, and he almost got jumped, but he needed to trust Lonnie's loyalty, because Lonnie had to get called away from school, had to have Pearl drop him all the way back off at home, which is not the way he wanted her to find out where he lives, how far he lives away from the school, but she had to drop him off. Her brother got into some trouble with the police. He ended up running away again, going with the 110th Street gang. Lonnie has to step in as the big brother and say, let my brother go. I'll stay. But this is causing problems with his coach because he's missing practices, because Big Don keeps calling him away, and he doesn't want those type of problems with Big Don because that could endanger his family, or it could also just get him killed. It's danger nonstop, but he does prove himself to Big Don by saving him from the Scorpion's blade. Scorpion was about to stab Big Don, but I mean, Lonnie stepped in, used them football skills, tackled Scorpion to the ground, and was like, he was about to put him in the grave. What you call you, grave digger? Yada, yada, yada. So Big Don is like, no, we're going to call him Tombstone. And Lonnie smiles, and he kind of likes that. So he's officially Tombstone in name. When will he have the accident? Will it be this season? Will it be next season? I don't know. When are people going to find out that he joined this gang? I don't know, but I'm very intrigued to see where his story goes going forward. Lonnie's one of my favorite characters on the show. Honestly, I love this characterization. Seeing how happy he is for he's genuinely, he's a good guy. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. Seeing his relationship with Pete and Pearl and Nico and all that, like he wants to buy their lunch, but we see he's having money issues. His card gets declined, so he just plays it off like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat this apple, yada yada yada. He still pays for Pearl and Pete's lunch. Man, when Pete finds out that he joined the 110th Street gang, I don't know what's going to happen, but that leads for interesting storytelling. The writing for the show is great. The diversity shown in Queens, because that is one of the most diverse cities in New York City. It's great, and I love it. I love the aesthetic, guys. This show is something different that we needed for Spider-Man, especially seeing that we haven't had a Spider-Man cartoon show for our age demographic. For those older, yes, we had Spidey and His Amazing Friends for but that was for kids, for preschoolers. We haven't had something like this in quite a while, so I'm glad that we're getting this. It's different. It's all, like I said last week. It's all new. It's all different, and I'm here for that. Um, let's talk about really quick. Let's talk about the new suit that Norman does make. That's more Spider-Man esque, and I call it the Future Foundation suit because that's what it looks like. But it's really just the Oscorp variant, and that's when we do hear Harry and Pete talking about it needs more color. It needs the red and blue. I do think it needs a splash of more color, but the suit is clean. When we see his first swing in the new suit, it was beautiful. I must say it was beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But guys, like I would only episode I give a low score to was the one where Harry found out. I thought that was just a dumb way. We're still very early on in the season. I don't think we needed this many people finding out, especially not Harry and Norman, because they're the two people that turned into the Green Goblin at the end of the day. So I don't think we needed both of them to find out so soon, but it's done. It's over with. Now, nothing we can do. We can't go back and change it. It's happened. So let's just see where this goes from here. But other than that episode, I give these episodes a solid 9.5 out of 10. The episode where Harry finds out, I give that a 7.5 out of 10 because I thoroughly hated that. I really did hate that. But yeah, guys, let me know what you thought about these episodes down below in the comment section. What was your favorite moments? What were some moments that you hated? And I'll catch you all next time.